Hi, coaches. Today, what I want to do is take you through the allergy model. We teach this in NLP Master Practitioner as you need to be confident with your NLP skills to do a variety of different NLP processes all in one. The allergy model is incredibly powerful. It helps people resolve allergies that are to do with sneezing. So, no more reaching for the antihistamines. This process is truly amazing in the way that it works because one session, possibly two or three with follow-ups, the allergy is completely resolved. So let's get started. And now, the allergy, as we know, allergies occur when a person is reacting to the environment that is harmless to other people. So this is already signaling to us that there's something going on with that individual in the way that the body is reacting to it. So the allergens can be things like dust mites, molds, pollens, foods, some medications, but this particular process is for allergies connected to sneezing. The allergy model is designed to naturally retrain the immune system so that the person doesn't react to the allergies. So these changes will occur both internally, externally, at that cellular level for that client. So if you were in our group right now in the master practitioner training, I would be saying, okay, who in the group has an allergy? Because you're the person that I want to help resolve the allergy permanently. Now, of course, you need to make sure that you are not working with somebody with an anaphylactic allergy. Make sure that the client has spoken to the doctor. An allergy is often an overreaction of the immune system. As with hay fever, it is the body's over response as it believes that the allergen is a threat to the body. And so that sneezing and the watery eyes and all of that is actually the body's way of protecting itself to something that it's perceived as a threat. So just be really careful with this process that you are working with it for the correct thing it was designed for. And that was sneezing, things like dust, dust, hay fever, pet hair, so on and so forth. And of course, I'm ahead of myself. So I have proven results with this particular process. Again, with cat hair, that was fantastic watching that person go from this whole oh, walk in the house, the cat hair, the everything else, and then they just turn into a swollen, teary mess to actually being able to visit that person's house and just being clear-minded, and and being at their friend's house with that dread. So, seen this with proven results with pet hair, with dust mites, and pollen. Of course, as NLP coaches, we can also use timeline to be able to dissolve the limiting decision to actually have the allergy. Crazy. I know that that sounds absolutely crazy, but knowing that the lungs are about breathing in life, then the pollen is a rejection to what you're breathing in. So there's a limiting belief that's going on at the unconscious mind that something outside of us is stressful and I don't want to breathe that into my precious body. And of course, we can explore that there with the allergy. I like to go into the metaphysical side of things. I like to recognize the patterns when I'm working with clients. What is that reoccurring theme that's going on? And often clients that I see that have allergies has this reoccurring pattern that growing up that there was no comfort and support available to them when they needed it. So like that outside world was quite difficult to understand and integrate or merge in with. And so that as a child or as that little one, there's that deep need to express, and yet there's a mistrust in having to fend for yourself because they're like, who do I go to for comfort, support? And so I've noticed in my clients that have allergies that there's that suppression of expressing themselves. Uh, there's that suppression of worrying about being judged or rejected. So from the child's point of view, reaching your goal is actually a waste of time. It only adds more responsibility, more you know, being isolated. So people with allergies again, my clients often have this undercurrent level of grief going on about wanting to reach their goals, and yet it's just the body and mind just says it's just how do we do that in a safe environment? And you know me, I love to work with the metaphysical, I love to work with the spirit realms, I love to work with even beyond that to have a look at what your soul's purpose is. And again, a lot of my clients with allergies, especially like pollen allergies, is a resistance being here on Earth. So, what I like to do before I do allergy model is actually to check in, with before they came to Earth, before they incarnated into a body, go and check between lives and to have a look at, was there a sense of excitement coming into the human form, or was there resistance and you did it for the team? And often these beautiful star seeds, and the empaths, they're like, I was really quite happy being in the spirit world, and there's this resistance here breathing in Earth's energy. It's quite dense, it's quite difficult to let that come in. And so there's a misinterpretation of not wanting to be here and yet needing to be here, needing to breathe in, and yet all of that fun stuff, right? So I often work on a client with a pollen allergy on their connection to Mother Earth. Now, going back to human coaching, you can also do the fast phobia model to resolve parts of the allergy, in the sense of if somebody's got a cat allergy, they may have had a moment in time in their childhood where a cat jumped out on them and there was a scare and a shock. And now they just completely reject cat hair, cat dander, because of an external thing that created that panic and that shock. So you can do timeline, you can do the fast phobia. You definitely want to do the meta model before you go and explore the allergy model itself, and to find out a little bit more about their strategy on how they do the allergy, how is it holding them back, and what would life be like without it. Before I get into the steps of the allergy model, just want to refresh your memory about the difference between associated and disassociated, because we're going to do some anchors and stepping into the picture, stepping out of the picture when it comes to the allergy model. So, just that refresher there. The associated means you're looking through your own eyes as if you're in the event, and disassociated is looking at the event like looking at a movie. Okay, so to the allergy model. Step one, what is the allergy? What is the allergy that your client has, and what are you going to be resolving today? For this particular example and demonstration, I'm going to use cat hair allergy. So you want to elicit the some modalities. You want to be able to elicit the strategy. You want to be able to get really fine detail about what's going on with the allergy. So get specific. What are you actually allergic to? Is it all cat hair? You went to the zoo and it's actually big cat hair, short hair, long hair, black hair, ginger cats. Like, get really specific. Not that you need that as the coach, but the client needs that direction on what we're working on. How long have they had the allergy for? How long do they have how long before the symptoms start showing themselves? What would life be like without the allergy? And when you think of the allergy, what is the picture? Now, just like the phobia model, you want to build confidence in your client that you learned this allergy quickly, and therefore you can unlearn it just as quickly. Like clicking that switch, it's like, yeah, change happens fast. Now, I am one of the first coaches in Australia to teach NLP over Zoom. So there's a lot of tools and techniques that I share with you on how to adapt NLP for online, and it works brilliantly. So we do need to set up an anchor. And with that, if you're doing that with your client, you need to make sure that they choose a knuckle or a spot that they want to anchor. And then you just need to set that up to say, okay, when it's ready, I will say the word, anchor or knuckle, and I just need you to follow instructions and do that. Is that okay with you? And of course, if you're with the client, then set that up. Okay, just need to, may I have permission to touch your hand or wherever you set the anchor up on the shoulder, and just going to set this up for your benefit to be able to resolve the allergy quite powerfully. I have had clients um, anchor their chin. I've had them anchor their glabella, their earlobes, their knuckles, their shoulders. And I found it quite fascinating that when I did this process with a nurse where she's constantly wearing the mask and she wanted to build up her healthy immune system to not have this allergy. She anchored it to her chin, which was actually where, the mask touches. And it was like, that's really clever to anchor in healthy functioning immune system into the chin, where that's constantly being activated when she's at work in the germy hospitals. Okay, so we've got the cat hair allergy. The client needs to identify with your help what is the non-allergen, so something that has similar qualities to the allergy that you're actually not allergic to. So if you're allergic to dust, you can do things like baking powder, baking flour, or even makeup powder, foundation, powdered foundation. If they're allergic to cat hair, you can do things like rabbit hair or even the soft teddy that they have on their bed. Excuse me. And if they're allergic to like pollen, you can go to like that high fragrancy candle or the smell of flowers, or just finding something that's similar qualities that activates it. So yeah, even the pollen one can even be some of the flower and the makeup powder, but you need to find the opposite of the allergy, that, well, not the opposite, something with the same qualities that they're not allergic to. So then you want to elicit the submodalities of the non-allergen. So with this particular example, we've got the teddy bear. So previously they were allergic to the cat hair. Now we've got the teddy bear, and we just want to check out to make sure, do you have a picture of the teddy bear? What do you say to yourself when you think of the teddy bear? How comfortable do you feel with that teddy bear? And yeah, really build up the safety with that. So as you get them associated to be with that teddy bear, you want to anchor wherever is wherever is the anchor, get them into that resourceful state and to anchor in safety. So this is a little bit like what I would say. So as you hold, just in your mind, just to imagine holding onto that teddy bear, that non-allergen, and noticing that your body is familiar with it and know how good that feels, right? Notice you are comfortable, at ease, healthy functioning immune system, and your body knows exactly how to be effective with it. So this is when you're setting the anchor, wherever it is. Let's do the chin. We're just anchoring in that good sense of comfort and safety. And now that that's set up, the next thing that you're going to do is just to set the scene. So we're going to visualize that perspex glass with the resourceful you over there behind the glass, holding on to the teddy bear. And as they are noticing that there's that version of them completely fine, we're going to anchor that safety as they're watching. There's a version of themselves over there behind the glass. So, again, here's the script that I would use. So, imagine over there in front of you is this big, thick piece of perspex glass going from floor or ceiling to floor, floor to ceiling, like an aquarium. And as you look through that glass, that perspex glass, way out there in the distance, you can see yourself with that cat, or with the teddy bear, the non-allergen, and just seeing yourself out there, that resourceful you, healthy functioning immune system with that teddy bear, being completely comfortable, healthy functioning immune system. We're anchoring as we're doing this. Your immune system knows exactly how to be at ease with that non-allergen, that teddy bear, and that looks good, right? And so that's what it looks like. There's current you watching resourceful you with the teddy bear. So then what we do is we get a little bit clever with our language. And this is what you'd say to the client. So let that go, let that scene go, and look through the perspex glass over there and see yourself over there being completely at ease with the allergen, with the cat hair, with that sense of ease, that comfort, completely allergy free. Just seeing your version of you out there, that resourceful you, healthy, functioning immune system, holding on to that cat, breathing it in and anchoring off at the same time. Just have that sensory acuity, feeling at ease, calm and comfortable, knowing that you are completely at ease with that cat. See yourself over there, way out there, be fully present and notice how good they look. Notice how it looks differently. And now, with again your sensory acuity, when you notice that you're building up that resource, it's time to imagine that that perspex glass just starts to rise up gently and easily. And as you do, just coming all the way back to the body. Now, I've had students say, hold on, which direction is that? And it doesn't really matter. The client, the student needs to be able to just merging in. So now imagine coming all the way back to the body. And again, we're going to build that up. Imagine yourself with that old allergen out there, that cat hair, and feel yourself as that resourceful you, completely allergy free, the immune system functioning perfectly, safe with that gentle cat. And as you hold on to that cat, just breathing it in, just breathing that in easily with a healthy functioning immune system, just noticing that you can take that with you. And again, firing off the anchors. And so in the past, how long did it take before a symptom would come on? And what were those symptoms? And so the client's going to come back to the body, they're going to answer like, yeah, it was like right, like within a couple of minutes, the allergies, my eyes, the coughing, the sneezing. And it'd be like, okay, so close your eyes one more time. See yourself through the perspex glass, being with the old allergen, the cat, feeling safe, knowing you are comfortable and at ease, perfectly functioning immune system, so great being in your body. And then just notice very quickly, perspex glass goes up, and you are that resourceful you, firing off the anchor and building that up. So breathing in calmly, safely, easily with a healthy functioning immune system. And we've done that process now twice. We've now gone over it long, now very quickly, building up that resource. That's right, healthy functioning immune system. And then get the client to come back to now. And it's just future pacing and testing, right? So check in with your unconscious mind. Is it safe and appropriate for you to gently test this? And if they happen to have that old allergen nearby, then gently test this. Gently test this. If they happen to, if you've worked on something like a cat hair allergy and they have their partner's cat in another room and you're doing this on Zoom, then yeah, gently test it. Notice what happens. Notice how your body responds differently. And then you reinforce the good work that's just been done. So in the past, you said the effects would have been immediate, but things are different now, right? And just noticing sensory acuity is like, yeah, healthy functioning immune system, your body's safe, your body's comfortable, just breathing that in easily. And of course, at the end, you can also check in with the client, reinforcing that embedded command. It is time to thank your immune system and ask it to take these changes with you wherever you go. Ask your unconscious mind to generalize this new change to other possible allergens, such as dust, pollen, pet hair. And when you know you've got that, it's time to come back to the room, opening your eyes to a whole new you. Just, breathing in with that client, even possibly touching that anchor. And that really is it. Whole lot of different combinations of NLP processes, the submodalities, the strategies, the anchoring, the association, the disassociation. But what we've done is we've now created that anchor for the allergen to be completely safe. They can breathe it in, healthy functioning immune system, just like other people that they know that their body is safe, calm, and comfortable. The interesting thing with allergies, even food allergies, when I've worked with clients, a lot of the time they've been little and their parents are, arguing in the background. Things are getting quite tense. You can feel the stress in the air. and that little one is eating, let's say, their cornflakes or the wheat bix when all of that's happening, the unconscious mind won't connect the stress of the parents arguing because your survival is dependent on them. So what it does is it puts the stress into like the wheat bix or the cornflakes. And now we've created an allergy to dairy, a food allergy and things. The unconscious mind had said, oh my gosh, eating wheat bix or having milk is creates stress in my body. And it's not, it's the consequence of the stress outside of us. So you can definitely use NLP to undo food allergies, but you need to do it really carefully. I helped somebody resolve a gluten allergy once. It was so funny because she could not eat like even just a teddy bear biscuit or something small with gluten in it. We did this process and tried a slither of cake, and then the next thing she had another bit of cake and then another bit of cake, and then she messaged me going, "Oh my God, Claire, I've eaten the entire cake. I'm completely allergy, food intolerance free." But uh-oh, I may now be addicted to cake, eating a lifetime's worth of what I've missed out on. So it's a lot of fun to be able to help the client make a shift, but you also need to put in the strategies for success once they've got that newfound freedom. So just checking in, was there anything else there? The dust one I've heard other NLP trainers talk about little ones. Falling off a change table when they were little, rolling off the change table, and the shock of the fall and breathing in the dust off the floor from underneath the bed or the change table. The body has said, the dust is a problem, not the fall, but the dust was a problem. That's what it connected to as the potential threat. And so that's now become the allergy for dust. And so again, with the allergy model, you can do this process to be breathing easy, safe, functioning healthy immune system, and really reinforce that's the optimum highest value for yourself is to be completely healthy. That's what your highest self wants for you. I'll quickly show you very momentarily uh, that you can definitely expand on your NLP master skills and use the allergy model technique for a variety of performance. So I know that I've used this process with successful sports people, professional speakers, people who want to step into that financial version of themselves, financially successful versions of themselves. So it's like current you and then seeing you out there behind that glass, winning at all things in life, feeling really successful. The Perspex glass goes up and you go and step into their shoes and the energy just completely comes up and just activates in you all of that success, all of the energy to create that performance or to create that optimum goal and vision for yourself. So you can definitely play and adapt the allergy model for other parts that your clients may want. Just quickly check, I think that's about it. Yeah, as I've got the slide there, see that person doing exactly what you want to do. They're over there behind the Perspex glass with great success, magnetism, and confidence. It's that resourceful you. They leave their shoes behind and walk out of the scene. Notice the Perspex glass lifts and you go step into their shoes, and it's just that learning, merging in with that successful you, that magnetism, that confidence, exactly how you want it to be, and get your unconscious mind to lock that in place as you just start to walk the walk, talk the talk of the successful future you now. It's brilliant, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in a class demonstration that I did. So this particular example goes right through doing timeline, meta model, allergy model to be able to create the success of resolving pet hair. So the allergy model, it is absolutely fabulous. I highly recommend adding it to your NLP toolkit. I'm Claire Chancellor from Be Your Purpose Coaching, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Ash, let's get started. Since I've got you here, that people will fill in the gaps. So tonight what we're going to do is demonstrate the allergy model. We're all excited about that.
Yeah.
And so what I need to know from you first is obviously like, what are you allergic to?
Dust, definitely, and then some animal hair.
Yeah. Okay. For the sake of demonstration, it would be easier to use the animal hair. So is that okay with you if we narrow in on that one?
Yes.
Woohoo. Okay, so it's an obvious question, but how do you know you actually have this allergy?
I sneeze, my sinuses flare up, and my eyes just go all puffy. Looks like I've just blown up.
Yep. So even it even impacts your eyes. When you think about like being pet hair, is it all pet hair, pet rabbits, pets? I have no idea. Pet cats, dogs.
Um, I've only ever noticed it with cats and dogs.
Okay. Yep. And so is it long-haired dogs, short-haired dogs, or like there's no real difference?
Um, I think it's short head. It's both. Yeah, sorry, it's both.
And how long have you had this allergy for?
Um, 6 years, which is so funny because that's when we got Dermy.
Oh, okay. So before Demi, like, was it like your mum's cat or like Demi happened and then,
No, before Dermy, we lived we lived at my dad's house, and he had mold in his house.
yeah, okay. So how is that connected to the allergy? Like, have you
No, because
checked?
each time I would walk inside, I would sneeze. Like it was
Is there possibly
ridiculous.
another allergy to mold?
Probably.
I'm curious, how long have you had that allergy for?
Sorry, you cut out there. What did you say?
How long have you had the mold allergy for?
Well, yeah, the 6 years, because that's 2018 was when
Noah,
we lived at dad's.
you need to
Yeah.
go to sleep now. Go. I love you. Sweet dreams. I have a dream. Good. You're okay.
Where is Kate to mute? There we go. Night, Mila. Yeah. And so let's focus on the dog hair for a second. So you're saying 6 years, but before that there was no allergies before.
Not that I can remember.
Okay, that's good to know. When you think about, because you live with your dogs, how often are the symptoms coming up, or what needs to happen for you to have that sensation of the allergy?
If I'm on the couch with them, it's more Hiru than it is Dermy. Kind of both of them, but Hiru's hair is different.
Okay. Then so it sounds like so it's so it sounds like, you can walk in the door, you're home from work, everything's fine. If
Mhm.
you slow down the movie of your mind, what has to happen for you to actually have the sneezing, the eyes swelling?
I just heard I just have to breathe.
Do you really do feel like, do the dogs ever get in your car?
Yes, I sneeze in my car too.
This is your car. Then let's backtrack this. So with the pet hair side of things, what has to happen for that allergy to show up?
I'd have to be cuddling them, and my nose would have to be in their skin.
Okay. But you said you were sneezing in the car. Are they in the car with you?
No, that's when I link it, not to divert, but that's the dust, but they've got dog hair in the back too.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So it's the same sort of thing. So if you're getting in your car, what happens to the allergy-like symptoms?
It's the sneezing. So if I like close the door, then like it's the air that kind of comes in, or if the window's open, then I'll be sneezing.
Okay. When you think about this allergy, what's the first picture that comes to mind?
Me just going, oh, just over
And
it.
do you see yourself in that picture, or like you're looking through your own eyes?
I'm looking through my own eyes.
And so, and so, I think you've already answered it. It was like, what do you say to yourself? But it's like, I guess. Do you then notice, is there a time, like it's day or night or anything that makes it worse?
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most intense,
Mm.
how would you describe this symptom of this allergy?
Like an 8?
Yeah. So it's pretty impactful then. What would life be like without this allergy?
Oh, like free. Amazing.
Yay. So obviously the dogs aren't in your space now. You're breathing fine.
Mhm.
And you're feeling okay. Like, so they can still be in the house with you, but you're completely fine in this room while they're not here. If they came in, how quickly would the symptoms start to show?
Well, it's funny because Aaron just literally just washed them. So usually it's only like if they're in here, it's fine. But if like they were to shake or if I was to hug them, then I'd probably sneeze.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, okay. So there really is that sort of agitation of their hair for it to be in the air. Okay. So as you know, being a kinesiologist, obviously there is still some emotional root causes connected with allergies. You know, as I shared in NLP training, like Jevon, Jay as we call him, he was talking about, did you watch that video by any chance?
I watched the start and I haven't finished it yet.
That's all good. He was explaining his experience to create that metaphor to describe that emotional connection. He was saying that one of his clients had a baby roll. The client was the baby. She rolled off the change table, and then the shock and breathing in the dust. That was the unconscious mind linking the dust and the shock. Okay, there's a problem here with dust. That makes sense to you. And so while the dust is separate, it's actually the shock and everything else that was the problem. But the unconscious mind likes to make meanings. I know when I've worked with allergy, somebody who's got like a dairy allergy, when you actually take them back to the root cause, sometimes it can be parents that are, you know, the little ones sitting there eating their wheat bix or cornflakes, and the parents in the background are making a lot of tense chaos, and the unconscious mind like links the tension to what they're eating. So eating milk equals my stomach gets tense, and it's like there's a rejection of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So with this allergy, there's we're going to explore all variations of what's going on, because the truth is so many people can be around dogs and not have any problem, obviously. So, so what we're going to do with today's process is we're going to be able to create that safe space. And as I've already sort of described to you, we're going to be able to create that safe space. So we're here now, comfortable. And then we're going to create like that perspex glass, you know, a little bit like in a brand new car, where there's the perspex glass. We're breathing in one type of air here safely in this space, and then there's the air on the other side of that. Does that make sense to you? Because truth be told, like that example with the change table, something's happened, Ash, where you've learnt this allergy quickly, and therefore we can definitely unlearn it really quickly because we know change happens really fast. Ash, when you think about this process, we're obviously on Zoom. If we were in person, I would say I'd like to anchor, which means I would want to, create that external stimulus. I'd want to touch your watch or touch your knuckle to help your mind connect safety to somewhere on your body. But being on Zoom, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you, where do you want to create that anchor so that when I tell you to touch it, it's like automatic? Is it like knuckles,
Can I do
earlobes?
some?
Yeah, is the thumb something that you use in your kinesiology business, or is that like completely separate?
What do you mean?
Like if you're doing muscle testing, like
Oh,
is the thumb
yeah,
already anchored to something else?
yeah, okay. Can I do wrist?
You could do wrist, you could do what Evie does, you could do the chest, you could do earlobes, glabella.
I'll do I'll do right ear.
Cool. I'm gonna write that down. Okay. So knowing that we're going to use that right ear and knowing that you're already feeling happy, healthy, feeling good, we're just going to start to anchor that and set that off, right, to feeling good, happy. It's that inner smile and just anchoring that there. Even, we take it back to that process of taking yourself back to a time when you were really happy, really safe, breathing that energy in, breathing in the air, going back to that time when you felt totally happy, totally relaxed with that immune system of yours, just breathing in Mother Earth's energy. When you know you've got that, just holding on to that right ear, just creating that connection there that you're breathing easy, feeling good, and then take your hand down. Oh, thank you, Ash. Because truth be told, you know, whenever I watch these, history documentary stuff that David's got on in the background, we're often hearing people talk about, man, what is it? Dogs are man's best friend. The history and the stories of how people have this connection with their dogs. There's that sense of safety with their dogs, their fur babies. And I know mine, I've got 3 of them, right? And it's sort of like, yeah, their family, we want to look after them. They do so much for us and vice versa. So when we think about our dogs, they're better than people, right, Ash?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just want to be by yourself and like get away from the people to have that that freedom. At no point do we actually ever say to ourselves, or say to the dogs, I should say, like, just need some space, guys. Like, get away.
Never.
Doesn't happen. Uh, so that's where we've got, that connection, obviously, with our dogs. They accept us for who we are. There's that authentic connection. Be totally totally in their company. And so I want to point out to you that at some point in time, your body, your unconscious mind, somewhere has said like the dogs create that stress. Like there's something there in your unconscious mind that something outside of you is a threat or is dangerous, and therefore it starts to generate that histamine and that message to get away. And that's what that sneezing is. Got to get away from this. Like, but it like to you, it doesn't make any sense, right? Why you would want to get away from the dogs when it's actually the histamine that's the problem. Like, I just want to quickly check. Like, the dogs
Yeah.
work for you. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you actually ever take any antihistamines?
No.
Have you ever done that though? Like, have you ever needed to?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got a strategy that works to get around it.
I just endure it and sneeze it out and blow my nose and
Gosh, it's like enduring being here on planet Earth with all the people. It's like a zoo.
yeah.
So I don't know if we're going, with this process, this demonstration, while we can shut all the eyes off and focus just on you and I, like there's a chance here that this could partially work or not work at all. But I'm curious from you, Ash, trusting the first thing that comes to mind, if we actually, oh yeah, get powerful, crack that. If we could actually get away from, resolve this allergy, is there any reason, crazy or not crazy, any reason why you would actually want to hold on to this allergy, trusting the first thing that comes to mind?
The first thing that comes to mind is it's a way that I can release frustration.
Oh, so then when you think about the idea of releasing the allergy, your unconscious mind is saying, then, oh my gosh, what will we do with the frustration?
Yeah.
Very cool. When it comes to that frustration, to me in NLP world, frustration is like anxiety. Frustration is there's a direction that I want to go to, but there's an unknown block. Someone, again, something is blocking me, and I don't know what it is, like that white knuckling, that frustration. I don't know how to surpass that. Does that make sense to you, like with that frustration?
Yeah.
How holding on to that story about being frustrated, like how is that working for you?
I want to say it's not, but otherwise I know that's not true. I don't know.
Yeah. So obviously what you've told me is that there's this path moving forward, there's a sense of frustration, but before you even, look at the frustration, you'll invite the dogs in, and now we're talking about dog hair instead of actually what is the real problem. You're very sophisticated in how you've created this labyrinth. Cool, cool. So then with the um with the frustration in place, I'm curious and trusting what comes to mind. How is that beneficial to hold on to that frustration? What is that giving you?
It's from what you've just said, what came to mind was like it's permission for me to just stay held back.
Yeah. Okay. And that works for some people if things are working. It's like, yeah, I'll stay at this level. What sort of comes to mind is like a mum who's got young kids. It's like, okay, I'll stay at this level with my career until such point that there's freedom from their needs. I can put my needs first. So if you were to put your needs first, how does the body respond to that?
It gets emotional.
That's good. Checking in, where are you holding on to that frustration, Ash?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And if we just get a bit playful with it, check what color it is, what comes to mind.
Like a yellowy orange.
Yep. Do you notice if it's hot or cold?
Hot.
And again, let's get playful with it, asking it, not you. What's the purpose for being in Ash's body?
Uh, it's saying it's a ceiling, like a
Tell me
lid.
more. It's a what, sorry?
Like a lid, like it's
Lid.
like a cut-off point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so getting in touch with this lid, or like it's expected that there's a lid there. What is it? What's the purpose of the lid? Like I'll be frank with you. What is the threat? Like, what is it that it's trying to keep a lid on you? Like, what is it worried about?
I heard judgment.
Okay. Do you get a sense of the judgment from whom or what? Like people, men, women, family, friends, like who are we worried about the judgment?
I heard mum.
Hopefully she does watch this recording. No, I'm teasing. I'm- Cool, cool. So then trusting the first thing that comes to mind with this, it sounds like this lid, this part of you, this frustration has been working really, again, sophisticatedly to ensure your safety, to put a lid on it. Ash, put a lid on it. Like, does that sound familiar? Like, put
Mm.
so I want you to check in once you're safe to explode that lid, once you're safe to move beyond that barrier, does that part of you need to hold on to the lid?
it wants to, but no, it's like right on the pinky. Like it's just
Yeah, so what does it need then? Get in touch with it and tell us what it needs to then to release, because it's done a fantastic job to ensure where you're up to, but we don't want you to survive anymore. We want you to thrive. And part of that highest intention is for you to be free of heaviness in the body. Part of its highest intention is for you to be living, thriving. So checking in, what does it need to then be released?
assurance.
Mhm. In
Yeah.
your way, Ash, by your standards, what do you need to do now to release it? We can dial up the temperature and let it come out like steam. We can get the energy moving so it comes out your hands. Like, what do you want to do to clear and transmute this?
I just saw like, you know how you have like dynamite and you just like blow it up.
Yeah, cool. So then let's play with that. I want you to imagine that we get all lids from all Ash's times, past lives, all lids, all frustration there, just making that big old pile. And that stuff is explosive. Like it's not made of like delicate, this stuff is like fun to explode. So I invite you to just notice that pile, pulling out all of that frustration, all of those lids, all of those voices, all of the energy, and then just commanding that energy, that part of you where previously you had a lid on it, just completely explode and just see that clear and transmute, just shattering that, clearing that more times, dimensions, and frequencies, clearing it out of your aura, clearing it out of all times, spaces, and dimensions. And just noticing how your energy just starts to ripple out. It's like, who knew that you could even limit this energy? Like your mum did really well, but now it's time to absolutely shine.
Mm.
And so coming as you've got that moving through, just grabbing that ear, holding that anchor, and feeling that radiance, that amazing energy moving throughout your entire being. Happy, healthy, functioning immune system. Woohoo! And then taking that hand down. So let's just check in, Ash. Are you ready to get rid of this allergy once and for all?
Yes.
Danny would welcome that. It would be awesome if we could make this allergy just like dynamite, just like completely out of sight, just completely smash it out. Cool. So, so thinking about the allergy, thinking about how that's held you back, the
Mhm.
sneezing, the watering eyes. And similar to what we've just done, I actually want you to get in touch with where you hold on to that allergy in your body.
Right here.
Mine. Yeah. And because I can, I just check what color is it?
Sorry, Claire, can you repeat that?
Color is it?
Oh, what color is it? Like a gooey green.
It's not cold.
Cold.
And so I invite you to float up out of your body, going higher and higher, going even higher. Next to that, so we get in touch with everyone. And today, what I want you to do is I want you to float all the way back on your time stream, going all the way back to that root cause. In my world, I would tell you to go look for that slimy green cold energy on your timeline. It kind of sounds like old snot, but whatever. And so going along your time stream back to that first event where you had that experience of an allergy. You don't have to consciously know, but your unconscious mind will just give you a sense, a moment. Just floating along your time stream. And let me know with the when you've got to that very first event of this allergy. Yeah. What I want you to do now, Ash, is I want you to just observe, like floating into that event, just observing and noticing what is actually happening there that caused you to create that old allergy. think it was something like dog hair or something. I can't even remember. But I want you to just get in touch with that old event that caused you to create that old allergy. And we acknowledge that previously that event has had such a grip on you. But Ash, all it's done has been waiting for you to learn, gain this new learning from you, where previously you were unable to learn from it. So, from this higher perspective, I just want you to allow your unconscious mind to bring forward the learning that will completely set you free of these old symptoms. And just allowing those learnings to start to come through. And again, nod to me when you've got that. Take all the time you need. Yeah, that's awesome that you've got those learnings. Ash, what I want you to do now is I want you to like have that remote control or just freeze that scene down there. And I want you to allow yourself to travel back on your time stream. I don't know, maybe 10-ish minutes or so before that event. It's like hitting rewind, going back, 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 just a little. And knowing that you're coming to that place before the allergy even got created. So we're back in time to when there was that sense of, assurance or happiness or just observing, feeling okay. I want you to notice the younger self there. And what I want you to do with that scene frozen is I want you to come into that scene as you are, like the mama bear that you are now, Ash, like a guide, letting her know that you've come all the way from the future to be with her now. And I don't need you to speak to me, but I want you to provide her with the learnings, all of those yummy learnings, so that she can make a different meaning about that experience. Whatever she was doing at the time, she was functioning from her level of awareness, but now we can actually give her that new awareness, that new perspective. Because we can, letting her know that the people around her were doing the best that they could from their level of awareness. And just noticing that energy, that knowing, that learning just go into her. She's willing to receive it. Yay, you're doing really well. Because we can, Ash, I just want you to bring in all of that yummy healing, everything that she needs to feel confident, happy, healthy, feeling good in her body. Ooh, just getting that to pour in, giving her that access to new resources, radiating out throughout her body. She'd be willing to receive that energy too. Yay. Just invite you to be present with her, embracing her. And I can't help wonder even if Dermy's energy is here. It's just like, yeah, let's just play. Let's just accept everything for every way that it is. She accepts you, you accept her. That full body tingles, that integration just happens so easily. Just noticing how she breathes that in. There's that sense of safety. Because the truth is, wherever you go, Ash, that safety goes with you. That safety allows you to expand your energy, ready at the right time to make an impact. So, with that in place, I invite you to float up above now. There we go. And pouring that healing energy all throughout your time streams, beyond into the future, just having that ripple effect, that expansive, happy, feel good energy move throughout all of your time streams. Just starting to notice how that shifts and adjusts. And it's interesting that even the decision to be here on Earth just seems easier now from this perspective. There's safety in you expanding your energy, claiming your space, claiming your time. And so when you know you've got that, Ash, I invite you to float all the way back into the room, bringing with you that amazing knowing, that confidence, that happiness, that sense of safety, and the immune system functioning perfectly, starting to come back into the room, wiggling those fingers and toes, and grabbing hold of that right ear as you start to come back in. Yay, look at you glowing. How are you feeling?
Ooh, that was like opening, like that was so cool.
Yay.
Ooh.
Well, we're not finished. That's only
Oh.
now we're actually going to do the real allergy model.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is work with me. I need you to think about, previously we had the allergy of the dog hair. We need to think about something that's similar qualities that you're not allergic to. So think about being at the zoo. Think about, I have no idea what you'd be fine with, but I have no idea, rabbits or something same, but different. Even teddy bear hair.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say teddy bear. Teddy bear's good.
okay, just writing that down. So, so when you think about the teddy bear, can you just tell me like what is the picture? What do you notice about that teddy? Is there a particular color or anything else?
Like a tanned color.
Yeah. And what do you say to yourself when you think of this teddy bear?
It's so cute.
And how comfortable do you feel with teddy bears? Just to check. Playful.
Comfortable.
That little version of you likes teddies too, so that's good. So what I want you to do, Ash, is just imagine getting in touch with that teddy bear. Even imagine having that little version of you getting in touch with that teddy bear. But as you get in touch with that, even doing it with your eyes closed, but feeling into the safety, the playfulness, that tanned teddy bear, and just generating those feel good feelings with your immune system functioning and holding on to that right ear as your body knows how to be effective, happy and healthy, functioning immune system with a teddy bear. It's simple. And then just bring your hand down. I invite you to keep your eyes closed so you have that full sensory experience. Ash, I want you to imagine over there in front of you is that big, thick Perspex glass going from floor to ceiling, and it's sealing you off from that space. The thing I know about Perspex glass is that my grandfather actually used to make it, and it is stronger than glass itself. So we know that that safety is in place, that shield is in place, and the air on the other side of that is completely separate to the air that's over here. But of course, we're going to look through that Perspex glass, way out there in the distance. Just see yourself, seeing that resourceful version of Ash, holding that teddy, being playful with it, that sense of ease and comfort. And just grab that ear as you know that your immune system functions perfectly with teddies, completely comfortable, being at ease. You got a sense of that? Yep. And then take down the ear. And again, I said to you before, it's just like being at the zoo. Some people may call the planet Earth a zoo, but it is fun to be with the teddies. It is fun to explore what the immune system does here, just functioning perfectly with that teddy bear. And yeah, it looks easy, right? So now what I want you to do, Ash, is I want you to still look through that Perspex glass out there and see yourself out there. This time it's with Jenny. It's just with ease and comfort, grabbing hold of that ear. And as Dermy wants to play, daisy chains or whatever he wants to do, your body knows how to function perfectly. Letting go of that ear and then just noticing through that Perspex glass, completely separate to you, there's that resourceful you. It's like you just, what I would do with Morris is like those raspberry kisses. Like, and as that's happening, I actually want you to notice, Ash, that it's kind of like in the background, there's silence. It's just you and Dermy. And in fact, who cares what Aaron is doing? He's doing his own thing on his own serious things, whatever he wants to do. You and Dermy have this moment, and it's just like, yeah, that playfulness, the ease, just you and him, healthy immune system, firing off that anchor, Ash, holding onto that ear, and again, seeing yourself, that fully present you out there, and then let go of the ear. Now, this is when the fun begins. If you hadn't thought it already had started, I want you to easily and gently notice that that Perspex glass just starts to rise up like the spirit world, just like, whoop. And I want you to imagine yourself like you did with that inner child, but I want you to imagine merging into that resourceful you so that you can be your best self and really enjoy the company of the soul of your dog, just merging in and going over there, that strong, healthy, functioning immune system, and imagining yourself with Dermy, feeling those giggles, feeling that lightness, because he's so cute. That happy, healthy feeling. But oh my gosh, Ash, for the first time in his entire life, allergy free. It's just your immune system functioning perfectly, safe and gently, holding onto Dermy with that healthy, functioning immune system. There we go, perfect. We're going to anchor that loving connection, that trust, the ability to breathe in all of Dermy. And to be able to take this knowing with you, that safety, that connection, that energetic connection with you. And Ash, allowing the voice to speak. What do you notice?
I'm breathing in like dog hair dust, and it's just not affecting me at all.
Yay. And how do your eyes like that?
Yeah, they're bright.
Yeah, you can see all of him, all of his energy.
It's nice.
Yeah. And I'm curious, in the past, how long did it take before a symptom would come on?
Oh, like a few seconds.
Yeah. And what were those symptoms?
Sneezing, itchy eyes,
Yeah.
clogged nose.
So one more time, seeing yourself through that Perspex glass, seeing yourself, that resourceful self, with Dermy, feeling safe, knowing you were comfortable and at ease, perfectly functioning immune system, safe in your body as he is safe in his. And it's just like we just invite in Hiru. And it's like, yeah, the party really has started. That resourcefulness, that happy, healthy, functioning body, holding onto that anchor, holding onto that ear. And it's just like zhuzhing up Dermy's ears, zhuzhing out Hiru's ears. And it's just like, yeah, happy, healthy, functioning immune system for everybody. Breathing that in calmly and safely, letting go of the ear. And as that Perspex glass just goes up, just merging in with that happy, healthy version of you, locking that into place. And then when you're ready, coming back to the space. Now checking in with your unconscious mind, trusting it. Is it appropriate and safe to test this now?
Yeah. I'm gonna go run and get him.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
He
I'll
needs
get
his own certificate. I want my dog now. Jimmy,
They're
proven
fresh.
it. Yeah, he smells good.
Oh, great. Aaron's
Yeah,
standing there, like, what are you doing?
working magic. Yay. And as he's there, Ash, just do what you do best to ask your unconscious mind to generalize this. So it's all allergens, dust, hiru, all pet hair, all the kishes. And yeah, thanking your immune system for functioning perfectly. It was looking after you and it'll continue to look after you.
There's
Thanks,
hair
Stephanie.
like everywhere and I'm fine. So good.
Yay.
Yeah. Come on, out you go. Go, go, go.
How do you imagine you'll be tomorrow with him?
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm excited to hear it.
Literally, like there's hair everywhere because they've just been washed and I'm not.
Nice.
How
And we'll check
good.
because we're good NLP people. If we calibrate on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, how awesome does that feel?
Oh, 10, 11, 12.
Yay. Well, we'll let that integrate, especially when you get to the bananas at the checkout. But